Hey everyone, this is Paul from PEbits, and the last video I did, we created this web gallery using straight HTML and CSS. What we're going to change up in this one is we're actually going to use some simple JavaScript to make these changes versus doing the nested div tags to create a similar effect. So check out that video if you want to see it, how it was assembled from scratch. Otherwise, we'll get started. The way I have this configured right now is I have this UI div tag, and inside of it I have this image container, and this image container holds all the images. So let's look at the image container, and I'll turn off the overflow on these so you can see. Skim through here. It is the window, and right now we have it set to hidden. I'll disable these. So you can see what we have is this image container div tag, and it holds all our images. They're 400 in width, so I'm basically going to be sliding these over 400 pixels. I have these buttons here which will be the trigger to move those over. So let me make this hidden again, the image window, and I'm using Dreamweaver right now. There we go, for this, and you could use any text editor to do something similar. It's just quicker with the UI here. So in here I have my buttons, and this is where I'm going to put my linking. But first, up here I'm going to add my tags for my JavaScript. So under my style, I'm going to type script, and type is going to be JavaScript text, and I'll close that tag. And then in here we're really just going to be writing one function. That function is going to be the item that's going to change this style. So the left position here right now is 0, 0. The left will now be -400 or -800. So the first thing we need to do is type function. We have to give that function a name, and in this case we'll call it change image. And we need to pass that function a value, so we'll capture that value, and I'm going to call the value image value. Looks good. I'm going to put the curly brackets in, and inside of these curly brackets it's going to house the code. So this is just one line of code. We're going to access the document dot get element by ID, and the ID that we're going to be capturing is the image container. So if I start typing in, as soon as I put the quote here, the single quote, I get the options for the different div tags or IDs that I was using, and the one we want to modify is image container. And then what I want to impact is actually the style, and specifically the left. And I'm going to set that to image value. So basically what's happening here is this is going into our document. It's looking for an element in our document with the ID called image container, which is right here. It's going to go into this and look for the style.left, and that is up here, image container left, and you can see we have it set to 0 right now. We also have these web transitions that we've added that allows the animation, so it goes from 0 to -400, and you'll see it actually move versus just blinking from one to the other. So let me go back here. And now what we need to do is call this function from within our HTML. So in here I'll just do an href and I'll just use the pound symbol, and then I'll do an on click, and on here I need to call the function, and in this case the function's name is change image, and I need to pass it a value, and in this case it would be 0 pixels, and semicolon, and then I need to close this and put the closing A tag here. Now if I run this, nothing will happen because we're doing 0, but just to test to make sure it works, I'll put -400 in here. I'll go to my live view, and if I click here, we should see it slide. So the good thing is we know it's working, which is fantastic. Now all we have to do is come in here and copy this code and paste it here, 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 and here, and then we can just close that A tag. And then just change the values here. So with the first button we want it to be 0, -400, -800, 1200, 1600. And then we can go to live view again, and we can see that that's 0 now, -4, 8. So in the previous video I go through the process of creating this from scratch using straight CSS and HTML. This is kind of a piggyback of that tutorial, so you could check that one out and then take a look at this one. This has the integration of the JavaScript, which you can see is really just one line of code essentially right here, and it does the same as the nested div tags, and it's a kind of a cleaner way to approach it. If you like these tutorials, again, please subscribe and leave your comments. Thanks. Bye.